The Camillus beast. Is it a beast or is it a baby? Well, I'd say it's a pretty beefy damn knife. But I wouldn't consider it a hard use knife. Let's get into it. From tip to tip, it's about a 6-inch knife closed. Opened up from tip to tip, from here to here, it's about a 9 3/4 to a 10-inch blade. The width, it's thick. Excuse me. It's a pretty thick blade too. It's about a little bit more than a 1/2 inch. It's got G10 scales, which kind of look like micarta to me. It's got VG10 steel for the blade steel, which is the main reason why I purchased this knife. I like VG10 a lot. And it's got this titanium carbonitride coating. DLC coating is still the best way to go if you're going to have a black coated blade. Let's take a closer look at it. Trying to get the focus in on my hand instead of the background. Oh, wait, what's that? Quality control. It's got some jimping on here in the back. It's got a open pillar construction. It's got some jimping up front with a little thumb ramp. It's got a little choil here. It holds well in the hand. So there we go. That's the stats. It's a heavy knife, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly the weight on it. I'd say it's about 6.5 ounces. Carrying this blade here in my pocket, felt like I was carrying a second phone, which I already do. This thing is beefy. It's got a flipper design right back here. It doesn't open up real smooth, but if you give it a little thumb, a little flick, it opens up. It's got a liner lock design that's not a very thick liner. And that's one of the problems I have with it. It's kind of a thin liner, so I wouldn't use it as a hard use knife. You would think since it's such a big knife, it'd be used as a hard use knife. But it's a heavy knife, but they chimped out on the liners. If you're going to make a knife this big, you might as well go all the way with it. Here's my second concern with this knife. Hear that? It don't have no side-to-side blade play, but it does have up and down blade play. Why? Because of this liner. See that moving? The liner's fairly thin for this thick of a blade, and it wants to move back and forth. I know you can see that. I can see that through the viewfinder. It hasn't came disengaged on me, but it does piss me off a little bit. The second problem I have with it is the quality control of the G10. See how nice it is right up here on this back side? Nice and black. Come on, camera, focus again. I know you can do it, just takes a minute. I don't run it in macro. There we go. It's a nice G10 scale. I mean, I like the, that coloring right through there. It's really nice. But then once you get back here on the tip, it's like they fucked it up. Back here on this side, it's too light versus the top being real dark. But those things aside, those are aesthetics. The clip is a reversible clip. Oh, no, only on the one side though. I haven't changed it around. You can flip it on the one side, right hand side, top or bottom. You can't flip it on the other side. It has some Torx screws on here, so you can take it apart and clean it if you need be. Overall, would I say it's worth the price it's going for online? No. I think they're selling them at Wally World for cheaper. It's a Tanto design, which you'd think its primary thing would be thrusting, but that liner, I don't know. Maybe it's just mine. Like I said, it hasn't locked up on me or closed up on me yet. And here's my beef with the titanium nitrate coating. Some light woodwork. All I did was cut a branch, and I already have that big ass scratch on the tip of my blade. You know, so my DLC coated knives would have never done that. This is how it looks in the hand. It's beefy. You have a lot of purchase on this. You can go down here with it. You can go up here with it. The choil, the flipper acts as a choil, which is another thing I like about this knife. I like those deep choils. And so you can get a decent grip, but it does have hot spots around these corners because they're not really rounded out. They're squared out on these handles. So you do get some hot spots on them to where if you're gripping hard, it's gonna, it might start bothering you. At least it does me after a while. Amazon's currently selling them for about $85.97. I don't think it's in that price range. This knife is definitely not in that price range. He has one customer review. It's not by me. But it's not in that price range. And then over here on whatever website this is, I saw it for $99.99. No, it's not in that price range. It's a decent knife. It's in the $40 to $60 price range at Wally World selling it for. But don't get fooled on some of these websites. And hopefully you won't have any blade play issues like I do mine. But I like it, but it's just not a carry knife. You're going to carry this knife, I would suggest having it in a day pack that you carry with you, or a fanny pack. But if you carry this knife in your pocket, it's like I said, it's like, look at the size of it versus my phone. It's like carrying a second cell phone. And I already have to do that most of the time for work. I don't need a third one. It's heavier than my cell phone too, even with this extended battery pack on it. But I like it. It's you're getting VG10 steel for $60. That's a pro. VG10 is an excellent steel. And I thought it was something new by Camillus, with the design and everything. I just kind of wanted it, so I got it. But it's not something that I'm going to primarily go towards. Rate, comment, subscribe. You guys tell me your opinions about it. Let me know what you think. Is the liner too thin? Is that the reason why it's causing these up and down problems? I don't know. Take care, guys. Bye.